Hi, I'm Neil Anderson. Welcome to my show, the show where I view my opinions on anything. Uh, Today, I'd like to talk about the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots, where they played on August 8th, 2019. It was the first preseason game for the New England Patriots. I do believe that it was the first preseason game in the NFL for 2019. Anyway, when the players were on the field, like some of them, to represent the teams, going up for the coin toss to see who is going to be getting the ball. I remember it was Tom Brady representing the New England Patriots, Matt Stafford, and Don Melback, if I'm saying his name correctly, representing the Detroit Lions. Now, I was just kind of wondering, why is Brady there by himself? Like, maybe to some people that ain't a big deal, but to me, I just kind of wondered, why is he up there all by himself? Anyway, the Detroit Lions got the ball. And the Detroit Lions got the ball, and the starting quarterback who played for the Detroit Lions was Tom Savage, Matt Stafford, and Tom Brady did not play preseason. Anyway, starting for the Detroit Lions as quarterback was Tom Savage, and it was the second play into it. They did show some potential. He passed the ball to Savage passed the ball to Brendan Powell, taking it to Detroit's 40-yard line. And there was also Patriots defense was showing potential because they were sacking Tom Savage. All right, there was a pretty cool potential run, where Ty Johnson ran it to the 36-yard line, but this was the unfortunate. There was a holding call against Detroit, which brought them back 10 yards. If they just put the ball there and it wasn't for that holding call, I believe they would have gotten the first down, because it was very close. Anyway, that holding call, the next two plays after that, I believe that kind of ruined the rhythm for the Detroit Lions. So that's where they were forced to punt, and the New England Patriots offense took the field for the first time. Again, like I said, Tom Brady did not play, so starting quarterback for the New England Patriots was Brian Hoyer, and this was an amazing play. It wasn't so much of the catch. Second play into this drive, Hoyer passes it to Brendan Bolden. Again, it wasn't so much of the catch. It was more of how a Lions defender got his arms wrapped around him, and it looked like he was about to get tackled, but he managed to get free and get some potential yards. But eventually there was a holding call against the Patriots, and that brought them back 10 yards. And I think that too killed the Patriots' rhythm, mojo for that drive, and they got forced into punt. At this point, the score of the game is 0-0, so it was still anyone's game. All right, Detroit is back on the field, and there was still, Detroit was showing some potential. Savage passed the ball to receiver Jesse James, and he got a first down. Unfortunately, Savage got sacked by Johan Bentley, if I'm saying his name right, and there was a definite, I don't know if it was a concussion, but there was a definite hit that his helmet took as he hit the ground. So it took him time to get up. And I didn't see him walk to the sidelines, but he was moving around the sidelines under his own power. So, I think that was a good sign. All right. And, yes, Detroit was forced to punt. That sack, I think, did ruin Detroit's rhythm. Anyway, this was pretty cool. When Detroit punted, Patriot Braxton Barrows ran it, and he took it to past midfield and took it to Detroit's 40-yard line. So it was just like, wow. Anyway, Pat's offense is back on the field. Hoyer makes a great pass to Matt Lacrosse, I believe his name is, and he takes it to Detroit's 20-yard line. And then a few plays into the drive, we get a first down. The Patriots get a first down by N'Keal Harry, and he takes it to the 10-yard line, Detroit's 10-yard line. All right. At this point, it's 3 minutes, 2 seconds in the game. It's still the first quarter. The Patriots score the first touchdown of the game. So the 0-0 game is over. There's now a score in the game. It was by Harris. The score is 7-0 Pats. Yeah. And so Detroit gets back on the field, and David Fales comes on as the quarterback for Detroit. Tom Savage never comes back. All right. And, that drive really didn't go anywhere, so Detroit was forced to punt again, bringing back the Patriots offense. 2 plays into this drive, amazing catches by N'Keal and Harry, who takes it past the midfield. Yeah. And before I even knew it, that was the end of the first quarter. The score was 7-0 Patriots. Now, this was just, this was I was nervous. Yes, as a Patriots fan, I was nervous in this drive because there were some setbacks. And Detroit's defense was really kind of fighting. It got to the point that it was 4th and 2nd, 12 minutes and some seconds into the drive. And it was the second quarter. Braxton Barrows gets a first down, so it was a relief. We're not out of the woods yet, but it was a relief that the drive was still on. And so we're working down the field, and we got a second touchdown of the game, and it was by Myers, the receiver for the New England Patriots, and the score was 14-0 Patriots. Now 8 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first half of the game. All right. Obviously, Detroit's offense comes back on the field. First play into this drive. First play. The Patriots just scored a touchdown. The score is 14-0. Detroit gets the ball back. Detroit's offense goes back on the field. It gets intercepted. Yeah, by John Simmons. Oh, God. All right. So, at this point in the game, Hoyer is out. Now we got the third string quarterback in there. Yeah, it makes sense. Preseason, he got his 2 touchdowns. Okay, let's bring in the fourth quarterback. Anyway, or maybe he was the second string quarterback. Anyway, I do feel that there might be some improvements that need to happen. He is a rookie, and I totally forgot his name. But anyway, he gets all the way down to the end zone. Before I even knew it, it's 3rd and goal. He gets, the Patriots, the teams gets their 3rd touchdown of the night. Myers gets his 2nd touchdown of the night. So, yeah, that brings the score to 20-0. But they were trying to go for 2, the 2-point conversion, but that wasn't successful. So that's why the score was now 20-0. So it was 4 minutes, 28 seconds in the half at this point in the game. And this is where I thought it was really funny. Because it was in Detroit, they were saying, get your Detroit Lions, I think, season tickets, only over $410, but under $420. I can't give the exact amount, but if you buy during this game, you get $25 or 25 stadium credit, whatever that was. I'm guessing that it's, just buying merchandise at the pro shop, if they have a pro shop at Ford Stadium, or if they have, like when you buy a hot dog or a beer or some other snack, that an overpriced snack at the stadium, maybe it's a credit for that. But yeah, I just thought it was really funny how they were trying to get people to sell those tickets. All right. But yeah, I was really loving the Pats defense, really shutting out Detroit. And yeah, it was just the Pats did have, they were getting back on the field, but there was still, the Detroit's defense was kind of shutting us out at last minute, that we would always have to punt. So there was a Stephen Gostkowski field goal attempt. He missed it, so at this point in the game, the score is still 20-0. And, before I even knew it, that was the end of the first half. Now, the start of the third quarter. Yeah, it was the first drive. It was a 4th and 9. We kept trying. There was really no gains, and the Patriots really had to punt. Anyway, but I think that this was my personal opinion, I was PO'd. There was a potential call that there was, I forgot who the Patriot receiver was, but I believe that the Detroit defender really interfered with what would have been a potential catch and a potential keeping that drive alive, and they didn't call Detroit on it. But, it was one of those, I let it go. But yeah, at that moment, I was angry. All right. But I think that this was one thing that really, why I let it go, is that the Patriots defense really pulled through, and Detroit, I don't think really went anywhere in this drive. And, so they were forced to punt, and the Patriots got the ball back. And this was a long drive, and this was like a boring, I believe that this was like really a boring, long drive. And before I even knew it, it got to like 3 minutes and 7 seconds in the third quarter. And it was my opinion. And then eventually, the Patriots did get a touchdown, but they went for the 2-point conversion, and this time it was very successful. So there was something that kind of bored me, that the drive was so long. But at the same time, they did get the touchdown. They got the 2-point conversion, and the score was now 28-0. I know Matt Patricia ain't Bill Belichick, and in Matt Patricia's defense, or Bill Belichick's defense, or someone's defense, Brady didn't play. But I don't think, especially Detroit, not the nice thing to say, has any chance of coming back. But there's also, I don't know what the score was when the Patriots played the Falcons in the Super Bowl. It just looked like, oh God, they're going to lose. But surprisingly, they won. And so it was just like, I understand that this ain't the Patriots. They don't have a Tom Brady. They don't have a Bill Belichick. But there still is that. Now it's like, I just understand that, especially, don't ever count out Tom Brady. Don't ever count out Bill Belichick. But it's like, at the same time, it would be like a miracle if Detroit could ever came back at this. But, I did see the Patriots do it. So, maybe it is impossible. All right. The game just after that, and it's just preseason, the game really dragged on, in my opinion. It got boring. The Patriots did score a field goal, which brought the score to 31-0. And then, before I say that Detroit didn't score any points, they did get one field goal. So the score was 31-3. Okay. Now, my opinion, we won. We squashed Detroit. We squashed them, and it was a preseason. Brady didn't play. I would say that that's a really good sign. But, we have, I believe it's 3 more. I never really pay attention to preseason, but I believe we have 3 more preseason games. So it's 4 altogether. So 3 more preseason games and 16 regular season games. So I think we have like 19 more steps to go. I know that I always get ahead of myself, but I'm just saying, just one game, we're headed in the right direction, and this is a really good sign. All right, and I do believe that this is going to be the last time that we're ever going to see Matt Patricia or play him in this season, because we're not playing the Detroit Lions in the regular season, and because they are an NFC team, and we are an AFC team, where we do not play them in the playoffs. And I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl. And I understand last year Detroit finished the season, I believe it was 6-10, didn't make the playoffs. And to Matt Patricia, if you want to keep that job, I suggest you really start working at it now. You really need a good, successful run in the regular season. It would be a miracle maybe if you got 3 more wins. Maybe you could make the playoffs. It depends on what that division is. Yeah. I don't know. Only the future knows. Also, this Saturday, we're playing the Tennessee Titans, so we'll be seeing Mike Vrabel for the first time since we lost against him in the regular season. So let's hope that we can keep the momentum going against Mike Vrabel's Tennessee Titans. This is my show for this time, and I'll see you next week, and we'll talk about the Tennessee Titans.